Hello, welcome back to another video. Please, if you are new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified once I upload another video. So yeah, let's get started. So many news coming in and out, too many of them, should I say? Yeah. So to our first one, you've heard that Chelsea have agreed terms with Nickolas Jackson. The last time I mentioned this guy, he's a striker. And number 9, a striker. He plays for Villarreal, La Liga. Last season, I think he was linked with Bournemouth, and he was going to play for Bournemouth in the Premier League. That was last season, but he failed the medical test. In which they found out he had a hip injury, so he had to go for surgery, and he has gone for surgery. He came back at the last half of the La Liga season, so he played not many games. I think he played, I'm not too sure, so I'll not mention the number of games he played, but in 8 matches or 10 matches he was able to score 8 goals. So you can imagine the kind of striker he is. I've watched some of his video. His movement with the ball is very nice. Yeah, he's very direct, and he can, not your normal striker that gets the ball and boom. He can dribble through defense and all things. So I think he's something that Chelsea needs. So I think it's a good choice for Chelsea. Although some fans have their doubts. I also have my doubts, but I think it's a good thing that we try him out, because if you bring in someone like Osimhen, or who, these big names, there will be that pressure on them to turn into Haaland, but they are not that kind of player. They are their own players that are coming out. So I think this guy, the pressure will not be too much on him. So he'll have time to build himself. So I think it's a very good signing if it goes through. The personal terms have already been agreed. So Chelsea, breaking news, Nickolas Jackson. Chelsea have decided to activate the 35 million euros release clause to sign Nickolas Jackson in the next days. He's a Senegalese national. Chelsea are discussing installment and payment terms with Villarreal, but will pay 35 million euros expected fee. Chelsea tried to offer players or different solution, but they will be fast as 3 more clubs wanted to pay the clause and sign Nickolas Jackson. Side as he wants Chelsea. Very long contract agreed, more than 5-year deal. Chelsea are expected to be busy in the next days with Nickolas deal bid for Caicedo and outgoings. So yeah, that is it about Nickolas Jackson. I think it's a very good deal. It's not that much. 35 million euros. That's 29 million pounds. £1 million. I think it's a very good deal to talk about, and I hope he'll be able to prove himself and get himself into the starting lineups. And I think that would be a very good thing, because we are investing in these young talents, and we are not giving him them the chance. Look at that Fofana. He came in, I think he's 20 years. Last season we didn't have much striker options, and when you bring Aubameyang in, he's not able to produce. Havertz up front, you know the story already. He can't produce. So I don't know why they kept Datro Fofana on the bench for so long. I hope this guy, when he comes in, they'll be able to use him as much as possible. So yeah. So to other news, we heard that Kyle Walker is in the list of Bayern Munich. Yeah, Thomas Tuchel's Bayern Munich. And I heard he'll be leaving Man City this summer. But mm, I think it's a good idea. He's been at the club for it's not that long, but it's a very long time. He's won Premier League titles. Now he won the Champions League. So moving away is another step. So and Bayern Munich is also a big club. So I think it's a very good deal if he goes through. So yeah, all the best to him. And IK Gundogan, apparently he has been released by Manchester City. So when he goes to another club, it will be for free. So that's it. They've not offered him a new contract. So yeah, let's get to another news. Kai Havertz. We all knew that Kai Havertz, if he wants to leave, it's more about Kai Havertz wanting to leave than Chelsea wanting to sign him. He's pushing for this move to Arsenal for so long. And Arsenal made a bid to Chelsea, that's 55 million euros. It got rejected instantly, which means either they up their game or there's a bidding war. We need this bidding war. Apparently, Bayern Munich have Kai Havertz in their plans. So we are praying for a bidding war. If this bidding war comes true, then both teams will be, upping their money so that we get as much as possible we want from this Kai Havertz deal. So we want this bidding war as fast as possible. So Bayern Munich, please bring your up your game a little so you see what Arsenal can bring. But I personally, if Bayern Munich bring that 55 that was rejected by Chelsea from Arsenal, if Bayern Munich are able to bring that 55, I'll say let's sell him to Bayern Munich. He's not in the Premier League anymore. You'll be reunited with City, so that's a very good thing. I hope Bayern Munich deal goes through. If not, you get as much money as possible from Arsenal and let him leave because he wants this deal done quickly. So we have nothing to keep him anymore. Our only option here is to sell him. So I think it's just fair that we sell him. So to other news, Ziyech. Apparently, Ziyech, these Saudis. I said this, the Saudi Pro League is about to become the next, I don't know, is it La Liga or the next Premier League? Because they are just approaching players in, out. Mahrez from Manchester City has been approached. Now they've approached Ziyech. Look at this. Saudi side Al Nassr have made an official contract proposal to Hakim Ziyech, who is leaving Chelsea. Deal being discussed between Ziyech and Al Nassr to join Cristiano Ronaldo's club, as per Chelsea are prepared to sell Ziyech as part of the rebuilding. Aubameyang has also bids from Saudi. More talks will follow in the next days to reach an agreement with the player. Saudi will insist again. Saudi. These guys are bringing in the money. We should get as much possible as much money as possible from these guys because they are loaded. They are dusted. And Ziyech is also under contract, so it makes sense with that. So that we get as much money as possible from this deal. So yeah, that's it. What do you think? Do you think Ziyech should agree on this deal to Saudi, or he wants maybe a competitive league like Syria, Ligue 1 or La Liga? Let me know in the comments. Please, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified once I upload another video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
The distance between me and success now is just time. Not a long time, 1 millisecond.